Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss the effect of quantization. We all know that if we want to use the discrete signal from an analog signal, we have to go through few processes. The first thing we have to use to convert the analog to discrete time signal is a sampler. Now that means here the signal is analog. Here the signal is analog or continuous in nature. Analog or continuous signal. Now when it is passing through a sampler, this analog sampler is nothing but a switch which is basically making it on and off, and that's in that way it is actually make the time domain signal discrete. That means this signal xn is becoming discrete in time, but the value which should appear, the values are actually at that time what is the value of the analog signal is remained in xn. So that means the time domain is discretized, but the value is retained in the, what is the value of the analog signal is retained in when it is passing through a sampler. So that is xn. Now this xn value, it may have a long digit. Suppose an analog signal is having a value of 10.543268. Now total number of digits present, total number of, if I want to save it, I need total number of bits. How many bits I require? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am just giving the example in decimal. So I need a 8 number of samplers, 8 number of bits if I take it in a decimal way. Now suppose I am having only 8 bits. Here. Then what I have to do, I have to, it may happen this number is having more values here, but I can only have a area where I can only give 4 decimal places, 8 decimal places. So if I also take the pointer representation, I can only take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can take up to 6. The rest part I cannot take. So these two part has to be omitted. Okay. So these two part have to be neglected. Now this neglectment or this how to omit these two part, we know that it is done by the way quantization. Now so it is there needs a sampler. After that we need a quantizer. It will be a quantizer. Okay. Now this quantizer actually works in two ways. Either it truncate or it round it off. Okay. Truncation or rounding off. Now if it is truncation, it will abruptly just take out only the 8 digit and remaining are neglected or left. And if it is rounding, what is going to happen then? Then if there will be two criteria of rounding. Suppose the 9th digit, if the 9th digit is more than 5 or more than 5, it will rounding off the previous number. So there becomes is approximation. So if for this particular number, the rounding off will create the number as like this. Okay. So that means when I am going from, so afterwards if it is a truncation, my value is 10.54326. If it is a rounding off, it will be 10.54327. Clear? But actual number is more than this. So there will create, if we go after for quantization, so this quantizer will create an error between this quantized value xq and the actual value xn. Okay, so this type of difference or the difference between the signal between xqn and x of n is known as quantization noise or analog to digital conversion noise. This is the error. This error signal is known as quantization noise, or analog to digital signal conversion noise. Understood? Now it is important to know what do you mean by quantization step size. Suppose a number which is having a certain length, now you are going to quantize it to length b. That means in your number representation, only b number, I am taking it as small b, only b number of bits will be present. So the b number of bits will be present. So the quantization step size will be 2 to the power minus b. Quantization step size q can be written as 2 to the power minus b. Understood? So suppose I am having a quantization, I have taken the quantization bit level to 3 bits, then the value of quantization step size will be 2 to the power minus 3. That means it will be equal to 0.125. If I take the quantization level is 2 to the power is 4, then it will be 2 to the power minus 4, that is equal to 0.0625. That means if you take these values more, the step size between the quantization is becoming less. Okay, so this is called quantization step size. Now I am going to make you understand with a simple example that error introduced due to truncation and rounding. Now the error made by truncating a number must satisfy the following inequality condition. So what is the inequality condition? It will be zero greater than equal to x t, where t stands for the truncation, minus x of n, that is the valuous sample. That means this is the error part, the error due to truncation. Okay, so this error must be greater than, this must be greater than minus of 2 to the power minus b, that is the quantization step size. Okay, so this is the inequality relation for the, if you are having a truncation method, you are applying, error must be, the value of error must be follow this inequality condition. If I give an example, suppose I am having a binary number, say it is 0.001000001. Now, okay, this is the binary number I am having, and I have only 4-bit places, so 4-bit quantizer, and I am quantized or quantized using truncation method. I am doing it in this way. So my 8-bit truncated value is becoming this. Okay. So now if I take the error, that is the x truncated value minus the actual value, if I take this value, it will be, then what I have to do, I have to go to the decimal value. Okay, so this I have given I have not given an information, that is this value is basically, it is having the decimal value of 0.12890625. So I am having this decimal value, which is actually, if I convert in binary, it looks like this. I have a truncation, so I have truncated it by 4 bits, so it is becoming this. Here. Now, if I take the value, if I take this value, convert it into decimal, the value it is actually, I am getting, this value is basically 0.125. So I am getting it 0.125. Okay, so this is the decimal value of this. Now, if I take the decimal value of errors, I will get, if I take xt minus xn in decimal, I will get this error, truncation error, xt minus xn is becoming, this is my xt and this is my xn. This is my xt and this is my xn. So if I take the error, I will get, it will become minus 0.0039065. Okay. Now if I go to check the inequality condition, I will get that as it is the quantization step size, as it is 4 bits, so my quantization step size will be 2 to the power minus 4, that means 0.0625. Okay. So as per this condition, this value must be greater than minus 0.625. Minus 0.625. So obviously, as it's a negative value, so it is greater than this value. So that means it is satisfying the inequality condition written here. Okay, so in this way we calculate the error, and if the truncation satisfies this inequality condition, the error can be justified. Okay. Similarly, if we go for rounding, the formula is in the case of rounding, the error equation is this, where XR stands for the quantized or rounding of values, and the error inequality must lie between these two values. Okay. Now just give an example. Suppose I am having a decimal number xn that is equal to 0.7. This is a decimal number. Okay. And if I take the binary value of it, it will be 0.10110011. This way it will go. Now I am having only 4-digit numbers. Now if I go for that, what is going to happen? 0, 1, 2. Okay, I am taking a 3-bit number, 3-digit number, 3 bits. Okay, I am taking a 3 bits to rounding it off. So 0.1, 0 and 1. So I have to add this one, because as this is 1, this one will be added to this. And if this value, that means 0.101 is added to another one, it will be the value of 0.110. Clear? And if you take the decimal of it, it will be the value, say 0.75 decimal. Clear? Now, if you take the value, in this value